Hi there, every enthusiastic listener. I'm your host Raj, and you are listening to Overpowered, the bite sized self help podcast where we talk about helping yourself take back the control on your life and reach your 100%. Currently, I'm in a social media break. The decision was all of a sudden. I should have given it a second thought, but, anyways, I have declared it. I got a lot of texts over my WhatsApp and some calls regarding a common question. Am I depressed? Well, if you guys call overeating, not working out, and sleeping whole day like a sloth depression, I'm so much depressed. Jokes apart, no guys, I'm not depressed or anything. Just made certain personal life decisions that I am facing problems to process. But soon I will return after finishing all these dramas. Cool? So in today's episode of the podcast, we will be talking about Kaizen. It's Kaizen. The Japanese philosophy to continuously improve personally and professionally. It roughly translates to changes for good. So why is this word so famous, and why do so many people build their fundamental based on this? This basically came into limelight when various business gurus started to implement it in their coachings and seminars. After World War II, when Japan was in a trial to retrieve its economy. I know the next question will be, but Raj, we don't own a business. Why do we need this? Have you gone nuts? Or are you actually depressed? Okay, I won't pull this again. But I have a point to prove. And it's that Kaizen isn't simply restricted to business. It can be used for productivity too, because you need to create yourself as if you are creating a business. Why should productivity rules be applied only in professional life? Personal life needs improvement and self-discipline as well. So folks, I brought ways for you that you can implement Kaizen in your personal life too. And if you have a business or a startup, implementing these ideas would be fabulous. So let's get straight into today's episode, shall we? The basic premise of Kaizen philosophy is to institute incremental improvement over time. For that, you need to be making teeny tiny steps every single day to keep moving on. You have to keep in mind that big results require long-term hustling. You have to keep in your mind protected from short-term failures, and you need to keep moving. When I talk about moving, a beautiful analogy always comes to my mind. It's about the difference between stagnant and flowing water. It is generally considered safe to consume flowing water in the wilds, cause still or stagnant water has more chances of developing pathogenic colonies. Similarly, a stagnant mind is also exposed to negative thought infestation. So always keep moving. Second step of this philosophy is to focus on specific actionable tasks. If I wake up one morning and decide to study 12 hours straight, go to this gym and lift 250 pounds and write 2 episodes worth of contents, I simply can't. Because even if I am having laser focus throughout the day, completing each and every task that is listed above just simply isn't possible. That's cause when I talk about studying, my brain goes into super focused environment to study. When I talk about exercising, I'm now in a completely different zone. So having peak performance in tasks of different focus zone within a short amount of time isn't actionable. Keep your task small, easy to achieve, so that your focus will be more on finishing the task rather than worrying or spending time thinking about how to finish it. For a productive day, it's better that I should prioritize my studies, have a little easy gym schedule, and try to finish almost 1000 word every single day. This way I can accomplish a part of everything. On the other day, I can prioritize gymming or script writing, as I am doing now, 3 days prior to the release. Pat on my back. Coming to the next step, that is eliminate waste from your life. I am sure many of you might have heard about the word minimalism. If not, it's a way of leading life with bare minimum things. Here I'm not asking you to go full minimalist, but at least clear that clutter from your life. Maybe your laundry or the table that you couldn't clean, that parental possession that occupies too much space in your home. You gotta get rid of it, but you simply attached to it. Just make up your mind and give it away. Maybe it will help someone else. Remember, a clear mind leads to clear path. Step number 4. Take action. Following Kaizen's principle, you should devote your mental energy towards thinking about how to do something, not towards making excuses about why it can't be accomplished. The principles call on you to what you can do now and come up with a new solution for those things that have traditionally been seen as impossible to change. Step number 5. Gather mental resources. Before starting anything great, you need to first align your mindset. How can you do that? Simple traditional ways. Meditate and read more books. It isn't even necessary that you should read books. You can even read blog posts that are related to something that you want to start. You can read articles or you can listen to podcasts. It's not necessary that you should follow everything listed above, but it is necessary that you remain consistent with what you choose to follow. You will be awarded with wonderful rewards if you accept Kaizen as your daily mantra. So, that was it for today's episode. I hope you liked this one. If this added any value to your life, it would be great giving it a like, subscribe, and comment down below how you're gonna implement Kaizen in your life. Take care of yourself, your family, and your loved ones. Seeing you all next week. Bye bye.